So we're not doing kale anymore.
No, I think kale, we're still allowed kale, but we don't have to obsess about it.
It's a bit 2015.
Maybe it is a little bit. So my main pick for this year is camel milk. I'm saying 2016, it's the year that camel milk goes onto the shelves, perhaps even edges out almond milk.
Ah.
Yeah.
Just don't look at the camels.
Well, you know, I had two experiences with camel milk this year. One was I was in the Middle East and I was given camel milk chocolate, and I thought, well, actually, we are pretty boring with our dairy, just you know, the bovines. So let's look at camels. I thought, you know, they're just grumpy and smelly, but actually, the camel milk chocolate was okay. And I was also introduced to a camel milk panna cotta via a blog called Ink and Cleaver, where she had a beautiful image of, look at that, absolutely gorgeous. And I thought maybe there is more to this camel milk than I thought. It's it's very healthy, so it's got lots of vitamins and minerals. It's lower in lactose and casein, some of the proteins that can give people trouble with cow's milk. And, you know, there were no camel milk dairies in Australia a couple of years ago. Now there's one in most states.
And so widely available in supermarkets?
No, it's not widely available and it's expensive, so we're still looking at around $20 a litre. Oh. Apparently camels are not as docile as cows and not so easy to milk. Not all of them take to it.
And I wouldn't imagine there are as many camels in the world as there are cattle.
You know, in Australia
cattle.
we've got around 300,000 feral camels, so surely some of those would just like to be beckoned towards a dairy and just have a little bit of milk extracted. Yeah. They'll only be milked if they're still on the calf. So with cows, you can, you know, they'll continue to produce once the calves are taken away. But with camels, they need to be mum, and you need to share the milk with the calf. So not as simple.
And so, what will people be eating with their $20 a litre milk?
Well, you can make the lovely panna cotta. I think camel milk lattes are definitely, you know, available. You can make camel cheese. So anything that you can do.
Are cafes using it?
No, I haven't seen it in any cafes. So just some of the more, I guess, gourmet delis will have it as a specialty product, and otherwise you can buy it online or perhaps at farmers markets.
Is it the kind of thing that people who drink soy or almond milk can equally shift to?
Definitely, because I mean you obviously have to look at, you know, your personal needs, but it's less of an allergen factor for a lot of people, so it can be considered more healthy in some cases.
Now they tell me that seaweed is going to be popular this year. Is this a similar thing to sort of acid wash jeans? Because I thought seaweed was popular way back.
Yeah, look, I think we're pretty used to seaweed wrapped around our sushi rolls, but there are lots more things we can do with it. And, you know, for me, I'm excited about it because you don't need to use more arable land. We're obviously trying to feed a lot of people, and we've got, you know, we're not producing more land. We need to think about other ways of getting our nutrients. And seaweed can be grown in salt water. You don't need to add nutrients to the water. It's pretty easily grown and very easily stored. You can dehydrate it and then simply rehydrate it in water.
And it's salads?
Yeah, salads, obviously with our sushi, and just adds a lot of flavour to soups. Seaweed butter is absolutely delicious, so there's some quite creative ways people use it.
And seaweed's great as a snack in those individual tub things that we certainly put it in the kids' lunches and so on.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
The strips of seaweed.
Yeah, there's lots of different varieties, so I think, you know, there's lots of exciting ways that we can eat it, and certainly an ingredient to look out for.
And so what do we want to see less of in 2016?
Yes, it's all very well to be excited about new things, but can we please say goodbye to some things that absolutely need to be banned? So one of these is food served in ridiculous ways. So have you ever been in a restaurant and the waiter just simply cannot pick up the slate tile or the board that the food is on? It's like, can we just have actual plates, please?
Back to plates.
Yeah.
How retro.
Yeah, well, I know. I mean, perhaps we'll even get our own plate of food and we won't have to share it with the rest of the table. That could be something else we'll see this year. But yeah, food on shovels, onion rings threaded over.
Shovels, all right.
Do you reckon? Onion rings threaded on a pipe. It's just, it has to go.
Yeah, so it's more about the way food's served rather than the food itself that you want to say goodbye to?
Oh, look, there are definitely some items that I would be very happy to see the back of. So there's this whole notion of frankenfood, so this food that's just mashed up, where we're putting too many things together, and I don't know, it's extreme eating, I suppose. And it's this idea that you can't just have a moderate diet, you have to be either, you know, completely healthy, like clean eating and just talking about how absolutely, you know, vitamin-packed everything you do is, or you're just going absolutely crazy and just, you know...
Binging, that's what I do.
Oh, okay. So
Go the other way. Yeah.
Are you a fan? Are you a fan of
That looks like what I had over
That's
Christmas.
your extreme. Yeah, Christmas is all about extreme eating.
Are you a fan of the freak shake, PK?
Spam sushi.
Yeah, it looks pretty good to me. But anything does at this hour, I've got to say.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, spam sushi, I think that has
that about?
got to go. Well, look,
Is
sushi...
that even a thing?
Yes, it's a thing. Yes, I'm very sad to say that it's a thing. If it was never a thing again, I would be most happy. So I think sushi is an elegant food and we do not need to see spam anywhere near it.
Indeed. Well, thank you for bringing us up to date with
That's all right.
We'll look out for those
what
ones.
foods we
Danny,
should
thank you.
absolutely ignore.
Yep, absolutely. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And by the way, stonewashed jeans, they're never coming back.
Oh, that's what I said.
No.
Depends who you ask.
Don't bring them back.
And so...
It's just a good tip for you.
Okay. And
You
just
can thank me later.
and just to clarify, you have actually put seaweed in your kids' lunchboxes?
Yeah, no, it's a thing.
That probably comes back to you at the end of the day, doesn't it?
No, they're really great. They're really just like very salty chips.
Right.
It's just a salt delivery mechanism, really.